Welcome to another episode of Me, My Wife, and Sports. I'm your host, Fitz. Unfortunately, my lovely co-host, Darcy, is not with us today. She's a little under the weather, but Corn, who you guys heard on my previous episode, and my son had joined us, and Corn has volunteered to come back and help us. Welcome back, Corn. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks for bringing me on board.
No,
once again,
you're saving the day here. And plus, he's a Cowboys fan. You know, you got to love it. Hey, Corn, I don't know if you knew it or not. I was watching Sports Center today, and Denzel Washington, he's a Cowboys fan. He was on Sports Center with Stephen A. Smith, and he talked about the situation with the Cowboys and everything, but he's a big Cowboy fan.
No, I did not know he was a Cowboys fan. I didn't even get a chance to watch the clip. I did see some going on social media in regards to Denzel being on the show, but I did not know he was a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, him and Spike Lee was on it promoting their movie that's opening up Friday. But yes, before we jump down that rabbit hole, because I want to talk about the Cowboys, especially the situation with Micah Parsons. But before we do that, I want to send out kudos to the Major League Baseball. They are the first to put a female in charge as an umpire. I mean, all the other sports, you know, where you have in football, you have your referees, and in soccer and all other sports, you have your officials. But Major League Baseball has put a first female in the position of umpire. First ever happening. Her name is Jen Powell, Pawol. Look her up, folks, and, kudos to her. All right. Now, since we are both Cowboy fans, what is your take on this Micah Parsons thing that Jerry keeps playing with?
Personally, I don't like it. I look at it like Jerry Jones holds all the chips when it comes to an owner and how he handles and also manages his team, because he's also the GM for his team. Right. It's that title, which is different from how Magic Johnson and the other owner, how they manage the Commanders, right? Their hierarchy, but then they also put people in positions. For the Cowboys, right? Jerry, I personally believe Jerry needs to a general manager that can organize the team, and I just think Jerry needs to hire a GM, so that they can do the recruitment process to add or take away from the team. I just believe Jerry Jones holds too much control of the team right now. And as you can see, as of over the last 5 years, we haven't really been able to produce wins in the playoffs, and really when it counts.
You're right. And it's funny you mention that, because in that ESPN episode today, Denzel said that, it's about the dollar with Jerry. And he said, all money isn't good money, which is a profound statement. But, the Cowboys are the most valuable sports franchise in the world. And we as the fans, which Denzel was pushing on, we want to see a championship. But Jerry as an owner wants to see, I'm sure he wants to see a championship too, but it doesn't hurt not having one if you're the most profitable sport franchise in the world.
Yeah.
Something's got to happen.
Yeah, something definitely has to happen. And then I heard about what happened with Micah Parsons when he was negotiating his contract with Jerry Jones. He didn't have his agent that represents him in the meeting. It was kind of like a pre-meeting before the official meeting to negotiate his contract. And pretty much Jerry had him in his office without his representative and started asking him questions in regards to his contract, what he likes for his contract to be, like in the future.
Yeah.
But as of right now, from what I'm hearing, from the articles I'm reading on and stuff like that,
right,
it's nasty work that's being done as far as the business when it comes to the negotiations right now between Micah and the Cowboys.
And, as everybody knows, Micah requested a trade. And I don't know if he's using that as leverage to force Jerry's hand, but we can't afford to let him go because he's a beast. I am sorry. And he's due the money. To me, I would give him the money before Dak. That's just me.
Yes. Invest in your defense.
Right. Because defense wins championships. Plain and simple.
Facts.
Plain and simple.
Facts.
But one of the things that I think they're looking at, because I think they already exercised his 5th-year option, and for him to go beyond that, they might have to give him a franchise tag. Now, if they do that, then the cost of tea in China has just risen. If he had paid him, a year ago, it would have been, about $40 million? But the fact that he's dragging his feet. And Micah wants to be one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid defense player.
Yes. I mean, Micah definitely have a lot of years left under him to compete at the highest level.
Right.
Pay him what is due to him. The sooner we sign him, the sooner we can hold on to him.
Right.
Because like you said, the price is going to only increase year by year.
Exactly.
So,
it's a lot to work out. And, I've been seeing Mike at the practices, even though he's not participating. I'm sure he's working out on his own somewhere. But at least he's showing up, because I think if they don't show up, they get fined. So,
yes.
But I am I'm still thinking about what you said, that they had the sort of pre-contract talk without his representatives there.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. I don't know what to think of that.
Yeah, knowing Jerry
right,
and the type of owner he is on the outside looking in, Jerry wants to be in control of the narrative.
Right.
So
they showed a clip today on ESPN. It was some function Jerry and some of the old Cowboy players were at, and Michael Irvin was patting Jerry on the back, and basically he's saying, and I'm paraphrasing, "Let's get this done. Let's get this done,"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's got pressure coming from all angles, but Jerry's a shrewd businessman, and he doesn't just bow down to pressure. More to come on that. We will see, but I hope the brother gets what he's deserved. Did you hear about the story with Myles Garrett?
No. What story with Myles Garrett?
I think after the last preseason game, he was pulled over for doing 100 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah, I read the article about that, yes.
Why? It's like, they got a target on your back, a black male in probably a nice vehicle. And not saying that if a white person was in it or not. I'm just saying athletes in general. And why are you doing 100 down a road? If you want to do something like that, go in the desert or something and go off-road, do something. It's like you got too much to lose to play games like that.
Yeah.
Be smart.
Definitely. Plus you have to set an example for the rookies that are coming in, people that are trying to, get their foot wet with the NFL and get adjusted and stuff like that. You're looked upon as the leader of the team.
Exactly.
Granted, things do happen, right? But not trying to justify it. But my thing is, you have the rookies, you have free agents that are new to the team. You're the leader of the team. So you have to be able to set an example.
Yeah, because they're looking up to you, like you said, and you've been around the league long enough and seen the ups and the downs and know how these things work out. And for the athlete, it's not always good.
Right.
All right. Before we leave the NFL piece, I want to touch on one other thing, the NFL ban on smelling salts and ammonia packets. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, who was it? The tight end for the 49ers, Kettle.
Right.
He had issues with it. He questioned the pneumonia?
Yeah, it's ammonia, smelling salt, and ammonia mixture.
Yeah. He pretty much said that he was contemplating retirement because of the big change.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he contemplated it. He didn't make that decision.
I'm kind of split down the middle because one of the reasons that I know they're doing it because of the concussion protocol, and they're afraid that, okay, if you got a concussion, you're on the field, they throw that smelling salt on you, and all of a sudden you sort of get energized or a jolt, and you're still not in your right mind because of a hit, fall, or whatever the case may be. So I think it's good to keep it, but at the same time, it should be used in certain situations and should not be used in other situations. And
I agree.
Yeah. And it's a judgment call. Yeah, you got to remember that these guys are playing a contact sport, and you played it yourself. Because what position did you play again when you were in?
I played cornerback and safety.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. When you were playing, did you ever get your bell rung?
Yes.
So you got your bell rung before. And what was done at that level for you when that happened? Did they pull you? Did they give you some tests?
During that time, I got my bell rung a few times in practice and also in the games. But me personally, I didn't have anything serious happen to me as far as going through concussion protocol and stuff like that. I mean, I probably talked to a trainer on the sideline.
Right.
Asked me a few questions, and that was it. Then I went about my way. But I had a few teammates and stuff like that went through, concussion protocols and stuff like that. And again, I haven't experienced anything.
Okay. It happens. It's a dangerous sport. That's all I can say about it. All right. Now, I need your assistance on this because I'm a big fantasy football player. And actually, Darcy runs our league. Talked about it in the past, Darcy and I. And just so you know, I've won twice out of the 14 years I think we've been doing it. My last win was 2024. No, 2023. Okay. 2023. But with all these new players, give me your take on some of the things you saw in preseason from the rookie class.
So a few things that I saw as far as the rookie class, I did like the way Shedeur Sanders did his thing for the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
He started the preseason game. Some of his stats, he completed 14 out of 23 passes with 138 yards, along with 2 touchdowns, and finished with the passer rating of 106.
Oh, wow.
Which was pretty good compared to his counterparts. I mean, you have Cam Ward. He was 5 for 8 for 67 yards with the 89% passer rating.
Right.
He did lead a 65-yard touchdown drive.
Okay.
And then also Tyler Show. I may not be saying his last name right, but he was 15 of 22 passes for 165 yards.
What team is he?
He plays for the Saints. He's the 25-year-old that was drafted in the second round.
Oh, wow. Okay.
By the Saints. And he had 15 of 22 passes for 165 yards with 1 touchdown, and he also had 1 interception.
Oh, okay.
But just looking at stats alone, looking at the passer rating, Shedeur Sanders had the best game. Didn't throw any touchdowns, didn't throw any interceptions, and he had 2 touchdown passes. And he looked pretty good. He
was poised. Yeah. He was very poised. And, it's funny how things work out. Talking about Shedeur in Cleveland, they have 4 or 5 quarterbacks on their roster? Of course.
Yes.
And 3 of them are hurt, and Shedeur and another rookie are pretty much fighting for that, I guess, backup, or not even backup, the third position. What's the backup name? What is his name?
Joe Flacco.
Flacco's
Joe
starter.
Flacco.
Yes.
You have Dylan Gabriel. You have Huntley. They just signed Huntley after Gabriel was injured.
Oh, really?
With a hamstring, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but they signed Huntley. I believe he played for the Ravens. He's more of a journeyman
Gotcha.
quarterback in the league.
Gotcha. The stars are lining up for him to take advantage of this situation. I don't think, was it Deshaun Watson? I don't think he's coming back. The guy stays injured too much. He's getting paid a lot of money.
It's going to be a very hard mountain to climb once he come back, because now you're going to be competing against the younger guys who are even more hungry than what you are. Not to say that he's not hungry, but it's just a hard mountain to climb because you've been injury prone most of your career.
Right.
And right now, I mean, he definitely does have the leverage with the Browns because he's tied into a huge contract with them.
Yeah. And maybe that's why he's not so worried, because I don't know how much is guaranteed, and also the particulars, does he have to play so many games to get the full amount or whatever the case may be. But, the pressure's on because you haven't played a full season, and I can't even tell you how long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
He got hurt early last season.
Yep, he sure did.
Out for the year.
What's the one quarterback? He has to have surgery, I think, on his hand. Jordan Love. So it can happen at any moment. And we're talking preseason. And I think he broke his pinky on his opposite hand or something of that nature. So, but it's not season ending. Those are things these guys got to think about. And I think that's why a lot of them are trying for these big contracts, because they don't know when it's going to end. Trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Now, I know you saw it or at least heard about it. The guy who kicked the 70-yard field goal, Cam Little, when they were...
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
Oh, man.
For the Jays. Yes.
Too bad it didn't count as a record. And hopefully he can do it during the season, because that was just like crazy. Because the Cowboys have a great kicker, in my opinion. I think we have the best, or one of the best kickers in the NFL. He was accurate, was able to put distance, because he was kicking 60-yard field goals like it was nothing.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see it during the regular season.
I know. That'll put him in the history books, whether he plays or any more downs in the NFL.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the fantasy, because I got to build a team. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
And I'm getting little tidbits from you, because I'm going to use it when I do my drafting for the fantasy, which we're doing, I think, next week.
Okay.
Next weekend, I believe. Not this one coming up, but the following. Just so you know, so you can think about it. The positions we usually have: quarterback, running back, wide receivers, a defense, and a defensive player. So if you had the first pick out the box, or not even the first pick, say if you were number 9, 10, or whatever, because we have 16 people in our fantasy. If you were like midway through or whatever, what position would be your first pick, and who would that person be?
Ooh, I would probably pick, my first pick, if Lamar Jackson is on the board, I'm picking him because he's a dual threat.
Right.
He can run and he can also throw. All right, so I will pick Lamar Jackson, or I will pick Bijan Robinson from Atlanta, the running back.
Interesting. Even though the league is pretty much a passing league?
Well, I would say just off of touchdowns alone.
Oh, okay.
I think Bijan, he's due for a breakout season. He has all the tools around him as far as he has a quarterback, even though he's going into his second year, but you also have Kirk Cousins as well, right?
Right.
But as far as pure running backs, I like Bijan. Bijan's in my top 2 as far as running backs this year, even though you have Saquon, but
I don't think he's going to do what he did last year.
Saquon and Derrick Henry, to me, they're great running backs.
Right.
But as far as like fantasy wise,
yes,
you want to get youth as far as players,
right?
And then you want to look at who has the ball in their hands the most.
Gotcha.
And it's usually the running backs and the receivers, right?
Right.
So running backs, I'm gonna say Bijan, Robinson, and for receivers, I'm gonna say Chase.
Definitely.
from the Bengals, the receiver from the Bengals.
Right.
He tends to show up.
Yeah.
And then he also had the triple crown this past year as far as receiving yards, touchdowns, and receptions.
Wow. I knew about the receiving and touchdowns, but I didn't know about the receptions. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times he's double and triple team and still managed to get loose. Before we move on to the other positions, I was looking at, for my first round pick was Chase, if he's not taken, and depending on where I fall on the pick'em scale, so to speak. But yeah, I was looking at that Chase. Yeah. Because in the past, I've always grabbed 2 key quarterbacks so I can have leverage to either trade during the season, or when my one quarterback is on a bye, I don't lose anything, because sort of to go back to your philosophy, before anything gets started, the quarterback has to touch the ball, whether he's going to throw it, hand it off, or run it himself.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, with Lamar Jackson, dual threat, or
he do it all.
Yeah, exactly.
He do it all. We've never seen a quarterback do the things that he do. I mean, you have Michael Vick, but on the scale of throwing the ball, and I mean, he has that running element, but throwing the ball, Michael Vick wasn't, as far as throwing wise, on Lamar's level. But it's definitely interesting to watch. As far as fantasy wise, it's definitely going to be interesting to watch.
So for your third pick, during the third round, what would you go for? A quarterback or another receiver? What?
No, I won't go for a quarterback. I will go for another receiver.
Oh, okay.
I'll go heavy running back, heavy receiver.
Okay.
I'll do it like that.
Okay.
As far as receiver, I don't want to give you the typical answer. I might have to go with a Ron St. Brown for the Lions.
Oh, you didn't have a rookie in mind?
Nah, not rookie. Not the way Harrison Jr. did in his fantasy against the Cardinals last year. He was a rookie last year. So I thought he was going to do good because I drafted him in one of mine, but he didn't. I mean, then on top of that, he didn't have a consistent quarterback, healthy-wise, in Kyler Murray. So, I mean, that might have messed him up a little bit. But I will go with the receiver for the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me guess then, since you said 2 receivers and you said 2 running backs, but you only gave me 1, I'm assuming that your second running back is going to come from Detroit.
Can't go wrong with him either. Gibbs. You can't go wrong with Gibbs.
Right.
Gibbs pretty nice. They have that. I have to look it up, but it's like they have this Sonic. Matter of fact, Sonic and Knuckles. That's what it is.
Murray and Montgomery.
I mean, Montgomery. Yeah. Montgomery and Gibbs.
Now, one of them got hurt.
And one of them Knuckles.
One of them got hurt and tore his ACL or something, I believe, and knocked him out near the end of the season. I can't remember what though. Yeah, because they only ended up having one of their backs when they were in the playoffs. So yeah, okay. All right, so now we're in round 5. Who would you pick?
So we have a flex. Okay. So I might go with a flex. I'll probably go a heavy receiver.
Okay.
I'm gonna say CD. CD Lamb. Yeah, he's a touchdown machine.
So what about tight end?
Tight end?
Yeah. Because I failed to mention that's one of the other positions, because I think I only said quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defense, and defensive player, but also tight end.
I'm trying to think of his name.
What team?
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, while you finding that, I'll just run down what I would pick. Okay. I like your first go. I would choose, actually, if he's still there, Chase, depending on where I fall, as my first pick. But my second pick, I would try to get a quarterback, and it would either be Allen, Burrows, or Jackson again, because I don't think Jackson's going to last too many rounds. A lot of people in our league, though, they do pick the running backs and receivers up front for the first 2 or 3 rounds. But I always usually go with either a quarterback or a wide receiver, my first pick.
Okay. So let me see, tight end wise, right?
Yeah.
So Laporta for Detroit.
Oh, okay.
He's a tight end.
Yeah.
You also have McBride from Arizona Cardinals, and then you had Bowers that used to play for Georgia for the Raiders.
Ah, so no. Well, first of all, with the Raiders, they have no line. Quarterback, I don't even think be able to, because I was thinking as one of my sort of folks to go after be Genty as the running back, but the Raiders, their line sucks.
Yeah.
So he's not.
It was evident in the it was evident in the preseason.
Hopefully, their next game they fix that problem because Genty is not going to even come close to how he was running in college.
Yeah, definitely. Well, God forbid he gets hurt, but they need to put a lot of urgency on that offensive line right now to build them up.
They do. Very much so. Very much so. All right. So you said Laporta and a few others, and CeeDee Lamb for your flex, St. Brown for your wide receiver, Chase, Bajan, and Gibbs. So I still haven't heard a quarterback, and we're going into the 6th round.
So quarterback
actually, I'm sorry, the 7th round.
So quarterbacks. You probably have your Jaden Daniels, your Jalen Hurts. Let me see. I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence? Really?
He has something to prove. You have Thomas at your receiver 1.
Uh-huh.
And then you also have Travis Hunter.
Yeah, speaking of that, I was wondering if you were going to mention him because he does have a good quarterback to give him the ball. But I guess my concern with Hunter, if they're playing on both ends, is he going to have the gas to perform at a high level on the offense side? I don't know. You play corner, so you tell me, or you play defensive back, so you tell me if having Hunter on defense in that position, is it taxing on him or it's not as taxing as if he was right up on the line?
So my thing with it, we've never seen a player play both sides of the ball and played at a high level.
Right.
Okay. We've seen it done in college. And it's a whole different beast with him being in the league now.
Right.
Going both ways. Right. Now, I don't see him playing both sides on a regular.
Right.
I could probably see him spending about 60%, 70% on offense and maybe a 30%, 40% on defense.
Okay.
But I think that it's going to be taxing on him because now you're going up against grown men.
Right.
You're going up against dogs day in, day out. Right. You're going to be going up against the Hopkins, the DeAndre Hopkins. You're going to be going up against Chase, Jeffersons of the world, the Thomas of the world.
Right.
It's going to be interesting. The CeeDee Lambs. It's going to be interesting.
And everybody has something
day in and day out.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see him win.
You're right.
But it's going to be interesting to watch. I will say that.
Okay. I didn't hear you say anything about Allen or even Burrows, especially since Chase is going to get probably majority of the catches. And Chase, he makes his yards after the catch, more so than anything. But having Burrows and Chase on your fantasy, you can't lose.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, Burrows, he's a great quarterback. If he was still on the board, I would look into that as far as drafting him from fantasy.
Right.
But he's going to be top 5.
Okay.
Definitely as far as yards this coming up year, I believe.
Okay.
Because he has the weapons. He had T. Higgins. You have Chase, who was the best receiver in the game this past year. So it's going to be interesting. You also have Brown, the running back. So it's going to be interesting with Burrow.
I know. I can't wait. I'm foaming at the mouth, waiting for the season to kick off. All right. We're not even going to cover the defense and defensive players. But as we all know, defense wins Super Bowls and actually championships, because I can say that for basketball and what I've seen in football and so forth. So hopefully a lot of these teams get their act together. I'm sort of excited to see Jaden Daniels on what he's going to do this year. Is he going to have that sophomore jinx, or is he going to keep rising to the top? Because, I mean, he was so poised last year. And I'm not a Washington Commanders fan, but I'm a Jaden Daniels fan. Now,
I mean, same here. I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask if you heard anything whether they signed McLaurin or not.
No, I haven't heard anything as far as them signing them. I mean, the last I heard was him coming to the stadium just to have a meeting, a meeting in regards to his contract.
Right.
But outside of that, nah, I think we're both in the same boat, Cowboys and Commanders right now.
Right, key players.
We're trying to figure out who going to sign first, either Parsons or Terry.
Exactly. So. And I tell you what, if Parsons does decide to try to sneak out since Jerry's playing with them, I wouldn't put it past the Commanders to try to pull him in, especially since Parsons, I think that coach for the Commanders was his defensive coach, if I'm not mistaken. But, we'll see. We will see. All right, Corn, we're winding down here. And I, again, want to thank you for filling in for Darcy. She greatly appreciated it. And before we leave, I want to open the floor up to you for any last comments you might have.
I'm definitely shooting for Shador Sanders, him and Shiloh.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely want to see them win.
Yeah,
definitely want to see them move up in the ranks and definitely make an NFL team.
Right.
I think those players really been playing with just like all the other rookies as well.
Right.
But with Shiloh and Shador, they're in the limelight right now. So, I definitely, after watching them come up from Jackson State,
right,
and then going to Colorado, I definitely want to see them win and succeed in the league.
Oh, so. Definitely. I wish all the rookies can make it, who don't have those solid contracts, who were drafted late in the rounds and so forth. But, time will tell. Hopefully they'll get a spot. Well, again, thanks, Corn, for joining me. And for all of you listening, if you have comments or questions or just want to drop us a line, you can do that at memywifeandsports@yahoo.com. memywifeandsports@yahoo.com. Also, you can go to memywifeandsports.buzzsprout.com to listen to our episodes or even also leave comments. And you also can go to our YouTube channel, Me, My Wife, and Sports, and listen to our episodes as well, or on your favorite platform. And as always, if Darcy was here, she would say, your mate is a reflection of you.